Hi everyone, this is Leslie Fightmaster, and today's class is a vinyasa flow. It has a lot of headstands in it, and it really moves. So in this one, expect to get sweaty and expect your heart rate to go up because this one is going to flow pretty quickly. So do what you can, rest when you need to rest. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, step back to plank and lower slowly to the floor. On your inhale, peel your chest up, draw your shoulder blades down towards your waist. And as you exhale, make your way into downward facing dog. So first down dog, feel free to move any way you like to warm up. Spread your fingers wide. Be sure your arms are shoulders distance apart. The feet are hips width. As you press into the base of your fingers, lift up away with your forearms and keep your belly lifted. Look to the hands, bend the knees, step or jump feet to hands. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Syria A. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, make a flat back. Exhale and step or float back if you like. Chaturanga, shoulders no lower than the elbows. Inhale, press through the hands and feet, up dog or cobra if you prefer. Exhale, back into downward dog. Try to make your inhales and your exhales equal in length. And anytime you want to take a break, just take the knees down and rest. Ears and arms in the same line. Gaze between the knees, firm your quads. Inhale, look up, step or jump. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, root down to rise all the way up. Exhale, samastitihi. Again, inhale, the arms reach. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway up. Keep the gaze forward as you exhale, step or float back. Inhale to press up, roll the shoulder heads back, and exhale all the way back into downward facing dog. Breathing here, stretching back and lengthening out the spine. Lift the shoulders away from the ears lightly and spin your outer upper arms, the triceps, toward the back wall that you're looking toward as you spin your biceps forward. Look up, step or jump, feet forward, inhale. Exhale and fold in. Inhale, press down to rise up. And exhale, hands to the heart. One more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale to fold in. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Breathing here, keep your low belly drawing in and up. Pull your front ribs in and up as you stretch back and lengthen. Next, inhale, float your right leg back and up. As you exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose, shoulders over wrists, and lightly step it up. Inhale into high lunge. Make sure your knee is over your ankle and lengthen through your low back as you keep the belly lifting. Exhale, take the hands back down, chaturanga. Inhale into upward dog. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale to float your left leg back and up. Keep nice level hips. Exhale, knee to nose, rock your shoulders over the wrists, round the upper back slightly. Look up and step left foot forward. Inhale, rising to high lunge, knee over the ankle. Stretching up. Soften the shoulder blades down toward the waist. Exhale, bring your hands back down and lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Feel free to skip any of the vinyasas, any of the chaturangas, up dogs, down dogs, and just skip them. Hang out in down dog or take the knees down to rest. Look up, step or jump. Inhale, come to flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, Utkatasana chair pose, and exhale back to Samastitihi. Inhale, bend the knees and reach up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to look up. Exhale, step or float, Chaturanga. Inhale, press through the hands and feet, and exhale, stretch all the way back. On your inhale, right foot step, spin your back foot flat, coming into Warrior One. Exhale and lower back down. Inhale, pressing up, opening the front of the body. Exhale, come back to down dog. One inhale to step the left foot up, back foot flat, warrior one. As you exhale, ride the breath down. Inhale, opening the front of the body, nice long breath. Exhale to down dog. This is Surya Namaskara B. So it's the traditional way that I was taught, just one breath per movement. And when you get to down dog, you stay for about 3 to 5 breaths. Gaze between the feet. Lengthen, look up, step or jump. On your inhale, come to flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step or float back. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, always your choice. Exhale, and downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps, back foot is flat. Rise up one breath, warrior one. Exhale, and lower back down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot steps, back foot is flat, warrior one, knee over ankle. Exhale and lower back down one breath. Inhale, press through your hands and feet. Exhale, stretch all the way back. Come back to your steady breathing. So every movement has a breath. Look forward, step or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, reaching up. Exhale, samastitihi. Again, we'll inhale, bend the knees, reach up. This time as you exhale, we'll add a bakasana, crow pose. Take the knees up toward the armpits, round the upper back slightly. Pick up the feet. Keep your gaze forward as you step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale into downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot steps, back foot is flat. Come to warrior one. And we'll hold for a moment. Make sure the knee is over the ankle. Now we'll open into warrior two. So now make sure your front heel lines up with your back arch and keep the knee over the ankle. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Exhale here, bending the knee. Inhale, come back up, and exhale, windmill the arms down, chaturanga. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward, back foot flat, warrior one. So right now, the front heel is in line with the back heel and the hips are squaring toward the front. Now, open the hips, front heel lines up with back arch. Make sure the knee stays over the ankle all the time and right in line with the second toe. Drop your right arm to reverse. Exhale, bend to the left knee a little deeper. And inhale, making your way back up. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Take your vinyasa. And feel free to skip it whenever you like. This is one of my favorite sequences that I practice parts of it with my teacher sometimes. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale to fold in. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, samastitihi. And again, inhale. We'll bend the knees, drop the hips, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward, bakasana. Knees up toward the armpits. Shift the weight forward, round the upper back. Draw the belly and squeeze the legs toward each other. This time, crown of the head down to the floor, lifting up into mukta, hasta, sirsasana, headstanding. And then shift the hips slightly over the heels. Come halfway down, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Right foot steps back, foot flat, warrior one. Exhale, open to warrior two. Fix your feet, heel to arch, knee over the ankle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Keep reversing. Inhale, come up to a T. Shift the hips back, leaning forward for triangle pose. Inhale, sweep the top arm in line with your ear. Stretching. Exhale, take your left arm behind your back. Roll the left shoulder back, opening the shoulder as you lean the torso right over the thigh. Couple breaths here. Look down to the foot and step back, chaturanga. Inhale, coming into upward facing. Exhale, back into down dog. Inhale, left foot steps, back foot flat, warrior one. Bring the hands to the heart, open up, warrior two, heel to arch. As you inhale, reverse. Exhale, bend the left knee. Now keep reversing. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale here. As you inhale, come up, arms to a T. Shift the hips back and lean forward, taking the left hand down, lengthen out the spine. Inhale, reach your right arm forward, stretch it out, and exhale, take your arm behind you. Either rest at the low back or reach to hook the thigh. Either way, roll the top shoulder back and widen through your collarbones. Taking a breath, look down at the floor, bend the knee, and step back through chaturanga. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stretch back to lengthen. Couple breaths here. Feel free to take a break. Look up, step or jump. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samastitihi. Again, inhale, bend the knees to reach up. Exhale, fold forward, open the knees, take them up, bakasana. Shift the weight forward around the upper back. Keep the gaze forward, crown of the head down or not. Lift up into your headstand. As you're ready, shift the hips forward, stepward, jump back to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps, back foot flat, warrior one. Exhale, open to warrior two, heel to arch. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten the leg, reverse triangle pose. On your inhale, make your way up. Shift the hips back, lean forward. Right hand to the foot, shin or floor, left arm up. Exhale, stretch the left arm forward and release it. Take it to the low back, hook it around or let it rest there. A little bend in the front knee, we're adding half moon pose. So float the back leg up. Your right hand should be about 12 inches in front on the pinky toe side of your right foot. Be sure your right toes don't turn in toward the left side of the mat as they like to when you come into this pose. Slowly lower back down and leaning forward, taking a full wrap and interlock with the front leg straightening. So wrapping triangle pose. Now be careful with your shoulders on this one. It can be a pretty strong pose. Look down at the floor and we'll release it back to chaturanga. Inhale, press through the hands and feet. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps, back foot is flat, warrior one. Open up, warrior two. Fix the feet. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, bend the left knee. Inhale, straighten the left leg, reverse triangle. Exhale here, come on up on your inhale. Shift the hips back, lean forward, triangle pose. Exhale. Inhale, the arm reaches forward. Exhale, take the arm behind your back and roll the shoulder open. Lean your torso over your thigh. Keeping this half wrap as you can, if you can, bend the left knee. Walk it in a little half moon pose. Left hand again about 12 inches in front. Make sure it's on the pinky toe side of your foot. If you're steady, look up. Otherwise, look forward or down. Make sure your left toes don't turn in. Slowly releasing. I'm going to take the arm on the inside of the thigh for the interlock. Feel free to keep it with a half wrap. Leaning the torso back as you interlock, or if you're not interlocking, still lean the torso over the thigh. Look at the floor, a little bend in the knee, lower down. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, stretch back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Looking forward, step or float, feet to hands. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, reaching up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Again, inhale, bend the knees, reaching up. Exhale to fold. Into bakasana. You can always skip the bakasana. You can stay with it if you like, or come into mukta, hasta, sirsasana, headstand. Lifting up, lift the shoulders, keep the belly strong. Shift your hips Oh, let's go back into bakasana. Bend the knees, take them as high up as you can. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze like crazy to lift your head up and step or jump back chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps, rising up to warrior one. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten it out. And come on up, triangle pose. Shift your hips and lean in forward. Left hand down, reach up through the right arm. Inhale, reaching it forward. And exhale. Oh, that's the left arm behind the back, isn't it? Left arm. And bend the knee. Little bend in the right knee. Float your back leg up into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. And keep moving. So we'll bend the right knee again. So you can stick with a half wrap. You can take right forearm to right thigh or clasp. From here, we're going to step your back foot forward. Try to ground down into the left foot as you pick up your right leg, extending it out for bird of paradise. Try to straighten out the left leg as best you can. Reach through the right leg. If this doesn't work for you, no worries. Take another balancing pose. Just lift the right leg up. Release, look forward, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Left foot steps back, foot flat, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, opening to warrior two. Heel to arch. Inhale to reverse and exhale, bend into the left knee. Inhale, straighten it out. And come on up, triangle pose. Shift your hips, leaning out and down. I like to walk my stance a little shorter for triangle. It's an option if you want to. Reaching forward and release the arm behind your back for half wrap. Take a little bend in the left knee. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Roll the left shoulder back. Look up if you're steady. As we keep moving, take a little bend in the left knee. Set the back foot down. And take your left arm in front of the thigh to wrap a full wrap or not. Stay with half wrap if that works better. Look down, step your back foot forward, ground down into the right leg, pick it up, lift the left leg up. Use your belly muscles to lift up, extend the leg any amount. Try to straighten through both legs. As you're ready, slowly release it. Bring the hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step or float back. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. And stretching back. Come to your breath. Slow it down a little if you can. Look up, step or jump. Inhale to halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, reaching up. Exhale, Samastitihi, steady balanced up or hop your feet hips width apart. Exhale, fold forward. Grab your big toes with your first two fingers, wrap them around. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, folding forward. Shift your hips slightly forward, so hips over heels. Just let your head hang down. Soften your shoulder blades. Inhale, halfway up. Now, take your left hand to your left hip. And pick up your right leg for Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Try and drop the right hip down as you squeeze your left hip in towards center, pulling the right shoulder back into its socket. Now left hand comes across, Pavrita, twisted. So opening up into twisted. Try and straighten the standing leg as best you can. Couple of breaths. Inhale, turn back to center, reach both arms up, extend the leg out, hold it up. And we'll slowly release it back down. Feet hips width apart again. Exhale. Padahastasana. Feet onto the hands. Padas on the hastas. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Hips over heels. Shifting the weight slightly forward. Probably sweaty by now. I know I was. Inhale, look up. Now wrap your left two fingers around your big toe on the left foot. Take your right hand to your right hip. Inhale, pick it up, Utthita Hasta in Tadasana. No, Utthita. Oh my goodness. How about hand to foot pose? And then take the right arm across and twisting. Extending up through both legs. Keep the belly drawn in. Look forward, reach both arms up. Stretching up, extend out through the leg. Try not to lean back, shoulders right over hips. And we'll slowly release it back to Samastitihi. Little tongue twister, some of the names of these poses. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, and fold in. Inhale, make a flat back, look up. Exhale, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, float your right leg back and up. Exhale, and bring it through. Walk your hands to the left, taking your feet to parallel. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, crown of the head onto the floor. If you like, coming back through mukta, hasta, sirsasana, headstand, tripod headstand. Lift the shoulders. Make sure your elbows are right over the wrists. Very important. Keep the belly lifted, reaching the tailbone up toward the heels. Now we're going to slowly split the legs to come back. So try to do this in slow motion. So right before you touch the floor, just let your feet hover a moment. Inhale, look up and lengthen. And slowly start to slide into Sammo Konasana, the middle split. If that doesn't work, just sit down, take Upavista Konasana, legs wide. So staying here for a couple breaths, and we're going to move into splits. So turning to the right side first. If splits aren't part of your practice, just do the best that you can. You can just come down a little bit. You don't have to go all the way down. Back to center, and now pigeon pose. So bend the right knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale. You can stay up or walk it forward. Squaring off the hips, extend through the back leg. You're pressing all your toes down, even your little pinky toe. Take a couple long breaths here. Now, come on up, add a little twist. Put your left arm underneath the right. Take your right arm behind your back. Let it rest at the low back, or I've reached around and grabbed my right toe. This should feel pretty nice after all that movement to just slow down for a moment. Come back to center. And we're going to roll, pick up the back foot and bring it forward so that your left heel is a little to the outside of the hip, not much. Try to keep the hips and the shoulders square toward the wall that's in front of you. So your right hip's pulling back, the left hip is rolling forward. Releasing here. I'm going to slide your back leg forward for Ardha Matsyendrasana. So inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, and roll your left shoulder back as you twist. So this is a nice twist. It also has a little bit of a hip opening to it. Every time you inhale, lengthen up. When you exhale, rolling right shoulder open to twist. Oh, actually, that was your left shoulder. Sorry. Okay, you're going to take lotus. If lotus is in your practice, if not, cross at your shins. Come up onto your knees. Shins can be crossed here. It's fine. Lean forward, elbows right into the belly. Lift up and step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, opening the front of the body. Exhale into downward facing dog. Left leg back and up, inhale. Exhale, bring it through. Walk your hands to the right, feet parallel. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, fold in for Prasarita Padottanasana A. You can stay right here, or if you want to, take another headstand, shift forward, taking the legs out to the sides and then up. Lifting tailbone toward heels, lifting shoulders away from the floor. Make sure the elbows and wrists are lined up. Again, come out in slow motion. Taking the legs wide and slowly, slowly. Right before you touch the floor, hover a moment and then inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, sliding out to Sammo Konasana, the middle split. So you try to keep your hips in the middle of your legs instead of sitting down. But if that's too intense, sit your hips down, take your legs a little closer together. Now we'll set it down, turning to the left to come into Hanumanasana, full splits, pulling the left hip back, sending the right hip forward. And feel free to come up higher in this split or keep the back knee bent and the front leg straight. Roll off to your left hip, bend the left knee for pigeon. Inhale, lengthen, trying to keep the hips square here as well. Exhale, either stay up or extend forward. You can also stay up on your forearms. Reach through the back leg, press through the pinky toe side of that foot, and breathing here. Just letting the hip open with the breath. Come on up. Take your right arm underneath the left and take your left arm up. Maybe take it behind the back. You can reach around, grab the toe if you like. Rolling the left shoulder back. It's a nice shoulder opening here. Inhale back to center. Oh my goodness, I forgot to pick up the back foot and bring it in. So go ahead and do that. Pick up the back foot so you can stretch out your quad and hip flexor, and you can push pause and then come back to it and add your twist. So the back leg swings around for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Sorry about that. Come back to center. Now I'm going to take lotus with the opposite. So left leg first, then the right. This is not traditional. It might feel funny if you're used to taking lotus the other way. Or don't take lotus and just cross your shins. Come up to the knees, bend your elbows. Let your elbows go right into your belly. Make a little shelf. Lift the legs up and then uncross. Stretch back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, and downward facing dog. Shoo, take a couple breaths here. Back to your steady breath. Look to the hands, bend the knees, and step or jump through to seated for Navasana, boat pose. So sit up nice and tall, lift your chest. So you can keep your legs straight if you can keep your spine straight. Otherwise, bend the knees. Cross your ankles, pick it up, set yourself back down. Navasana, boat pose. See, knees bent if you like. Oh, exhale, Ardha Navasana, lowering down. Inhale, come up. If your back hurts, don't do this. Exhale, Ardha Navasana, inhale up. Exhale, lower. Keep the belly lifted. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Nothing like some nice core work. Inhale up. Cross your ankles, hands by the hips, pick it up. Set yourself down. One more boat pose. Sitting up nice and tall. And slowly, slowly, slowly. Almost laying down, but not quite. And then finally laying right down. Setting up for back bends. Bend your knees, feet hips width apart. Pressing into the heels, lift into bridge. Roll your shoulders under, clasp your hands. Keep your chin away from your chest, and then spiral your thighs toward each other. After all those headstands, if you did them, bridge pose is really, really nice for your neck. Lower down to rest. So stick with bridge, or if you're going to come all the way up, hands by the ears, pause at the crown of the head, line up wrists and elbows, elbows parallel, don't let them splay out, and then press up into Urdhva Dhanurasana, full wheel, or stick with bridge. Feet are also parallel. They want to turn out, don't let them. Chin to chest, lower back down. And we'll do one more, either another bridge pose or another full wheel. And hands up by the ears, come to the crown of the head, line up wrists and elbows, and straighten the arms. You can walk it in a little bit closer if you're feeling warm enough. Otherwise, work on creating space. Chin to chest, coming down, and hug the knees in. Rock in here a little bit, side to side. Now in a moment, I'm going to get blankets and I'm going to do a shoulder stand. So if you have blankets, oh, there they are, they magically appeared. If you have blankets, get your blankets out. Push pause if you need to get them set up. I have 2 blankets to set up for a supported shoulder stand. So the neat edges go all the way to the top of my mat. If you don't have blankets, you can use a pillow too. So it's all lined up at the top, nice and neat. Then I'm going to take my mat, fold it over the blankets, and leave a little bit of space between the mat and the top of the blankets, about a handprint. See, I'm showing my hand. So putting it down there. Then when I lie down, I want my head to be on the wood and my shoulders to be on the blankets. This way I have support for my neck, for my cervical spine. So my shoulders a little bit away from the top of the blankets. In fact, I think my shoulders might be a little too far over as I'm looking at this now. So there, I moved them back. Okay, so I'm getting the shoulders to roll under, and I take my legs overhead first into halasana if you can, and then lift up. Then keep the chin away from the chest as you lift through the legs. If I walk my hands down closer to my shoulders, I can straighten out my shoulder stand a little bit more. Then, gazing off the tip of the nose, I just stay and breathe. If you're not familiar with shoulder stand, watch first and then come up. Because once you're up, do not turn your head from side to side. It is not good for your neck at all. Keep reaching. Tailbone toward heels, legs are nice and firm. Now, inversions in general are not good if you have high blood pressure or glaucoma, recent dental surgery, if you are heavy flow in your monthly cycle, skip it. Let's come back to halasana. Keep lifting through the spine. Extend through the legs, and now karnapindasana. Bend the knees, take them down around your ears, squeezing around the ears if you can. Take a couple breaths here. This pose is very calming. And then we're coming back up into halasana. And this is a little trickier on the blankets, but we'll take Padmasana lotus if you like. Right leg first, then the left. I'm definitely struggling a little bit here. And then I'm going to hold on to my back. Usually I would take my hands and put them onto my legs to try to balance, but today it was just not going to happen. Then we'll take the knees in and slowly lower back down to Matsyasana. So I'm going to keep the lotus, crown of the head reaching back, take my toes and hold them. And my knees will drop down toward the floor a little bit. Now, if the lotus isn't in your practice, then you'll have straight legs. All right. Oh, Uttan Padasana. Lift the legs, take the palms together. Use your belly muscles to hold you here. Keep crown of the head on the floor. Release. Hug the knees in, rolling up, and then we're going to undo the blankets. So unroll the mat and just take the blankets off to one side. And taking chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. A little release of the neck here in down dog. Look up and right to the knees. For bound hand headstanding. So, hasta sirsasana. Clasp the hands, elbows no wider than the shoulders, coming up. Use the wall if you want to. Lift the shoulders up away from your ears. If you're not sure how to do these headstands and these bakasanas, I have some other videos here on the channel that break them down for you. So like I said, this is a more intermediate to advanced practice. Do what you can. Now, Ardha Sirsasana, halfway down. Hips go past the shoulders, suck your belly in a lot, and balance. Take a couple of breaths here as you reach the legs. Keep the legs nice and active. And the best way to do this one is just little by little. Now we'll inhale the legs back up. And as you exhale, release. Take the hands to mukta hasta sirsasana. I forgot I did that. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So from Baddha Hasta, you release the hands and take them right onto the mat in a tripod position. All right, taking the vinyasa, step or jump through, lie down. Bring your arms to a T. Take your knees off to the left as you look right. If you want a little deeper twist, cross your right leg on top of the left. Look over the right shoulder, nice neck. Release, come back to center. Other side. Twisting knees to the right as you look left. Just starting to slow it down a little bit more. And then back to center. Hug your knees in. Lengthen your tailbone toward the floor. And then make your way into Shavasana. So get nice and comfortable. Draw the shoulder blades down away from the ears. Let everything just relax. So your body is nice and heavy in the floor. Let your feet flop open. Bring your palms by your sides with your palms facing up to receive, allowing everything to soften. Release your ujjayi breathing and just natural breath. Just let your breath breathe you. We'll start to reawaken the body, making some movements. As you come out of your Shavasana, the quote I have today is from Mark Twain, and I really like this one. He said, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So, throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sail. Explore, dream, discover. So if you've been putting off that vacation or making that phone call, or maybe there's something that you are passionate about that you would really, really, really love to do, it's time to take action. You take action, the universe will passionately rearrange itself to show you what to do next. So taking your risk, it's worth it. So as we make our way back up to seated, I hope you enjoyed this practice. I know it was a little bit fast and hopefully got your heart rate going, got you nice and sweaty, and I hope that you rested whenever you needed to. So bringing the hands together in front of your heart. Just take a moment honoring and respecting yourself, all of the wonderful things that make you who you are, all of your talents, your beauty, your gifts. Hands to the forehead reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to the heart for clear and loving intentions. Hands to the heart for clear and loving communications. All of that energy, that wonderful honor I send out to you. Namaste. I hope your day is wonderful. Please subscribe. Please tell a friend if you like these videos.